the studio. Things have been very, very busy. I had a really, really good exhibition at the Bare Steps Gallery in Shrewsbury, and the paintings were all well received and had some lovely conversations, and sold lots of artwork too. So I'm back in the studio to make, well, more stock basically. I've had to wait until the noise outside the studio today has stopped. I think on a Friday, one of our neighbours decided it's time to strim the whole street, so it's like really noisy. But hopefully it's quietened down now. So I've been working on something new. So I know that people love these, which are, this is work in progress, which is what I'm going to show you, which are my pieces of wall art. This one's just painted; it still needs embellishing and resin glaze, etc. But from there, I had an idea to make some little hangings from pieces of sections of wood, and I think they've come out really, really well. So they're little reliefs, and they're very much in the same style as the tile sculptures, but they're just a little bit different, aren't they? Um, and I thought a slightly lower price point as well for the festival, because what I'm trying to build for the festival are what I call pocket money prices. So I will take some big paintings, but I know that a lot of people that go to this kind of event won't necessarily be looking to spend lots of money. Hopefully, they will, but um, you're more likely to help people to get a piece of artwork if there's lots of little things that are all still original pieces, but are an entry point at a lower level into my world. And I think these are great. So there's another one there. So I'm on the theme of spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And this one will be winter once it's finished. I can't get used to the direction of the camera. So I'm going to stick on little charms and things, and just generally quite enjoy doing them, to be fair. So what I'm going to do is spin the camera thingy around, if I can remember how to do it. It's been so long. Where are we? Video and back camera. So this is my extremely messy studio. So I'm just going to tilt. Sorry about the noise. And hopefully, yes, you should be able to see me work there. So I'm working on spring at the minute. So I'm just going to add, using some gold paint and a very stiff brush, I'm just going to add the gold across the top. There we go. Straight away, you see the gold. It picks up the detail. So now, the strimmer started up again. It's typical, isn't it? The strimmer man has started up. There we are. You see, when I twist it, you can see the sun catching the gold. Just looks really nice, I think. We might have to abandon this live if Strimmer Man continues to make a noise. So what I want to do here is paint some daffodils. So I'm going to pick some nice colours. So a little bit of yellow. Oh, what on earth is he doing? A little bit of black. And then I'm going to select a detail brush. So I'm going to use this brush because it's got a nice detailed point, and I'm going to paint in the daffodils. Oh, I just need some white as well, some white acrylic. Acrylic dries very fast, so I try not to put out too much at a time. And I'm blending together here a lovely bright yellow, which I'm going to paint some daffodils. Oh, even though the sun isn't shining as much as it was yesterday, just painting these beautiful flowers um, makes me feel like spring. Spring is here. And oh, this morning I was out in the garden with Dennis, who's my cat. He's a house cat, so he doesn't go outside on his own, but he comes out with me on his little harness that I've got for him. And we were looking in the pond this morning, and there's frog spawn in there. There's loads of frog spawn. So it really, really cheered me up. Really cheered me up to see that. Oh, such pretty little flowers, aren't they, daffodils? It's a little technique I've learned for making the middle of a daffodil. Just gives it a bit of the 3D effect by taking out the middle. Noisy strum man strikes again. It's a shame they don't give you advance warning when they're going to do this, but never mind.
I think I might go a few more up there and then that will do. There we are. I think that's enough of that. So whilst I've got this colour made, I'm just going to put that over there to dry a little bit. I'm going to work on summer. So this is summer. And again, I want to put in some of the gold brush. So just take some gold paint on the end of the bristles, and not a lot, not too much at all. And then just brushing. It's a bit much actually. Just catching where there's the raised parts. Just catching it with the gold. And then where there's texture, oh, now there's a car. I'm getting all the sounds today on a Friday. Just not the sounds that I want. So I'm just putting in some nice gold paint to where there's ridges and textures. And then you can see that it catches the light. And it just looks like really cheery, and it brightens up the tile so that when it's hanging on the wall in the light, it's just going to catch all of that delicious gold paint. I am going to actually use gold leaf on this piece as well. Just add in dashes more to some of the highlighted bits, and then I think that will do for that. Let's just clear the paintbrush onto a spare bit of tile. And time for a coffee. I used some gold paint on this one. I'm going to paint the acorns in perhaps a slightly different colour. But I think that one works quite well as well. There's stuff everywhere here at the minute. Right, so back to my yellow colour, and I want to bring in the sunflower. But sunflower yellow is not such a bright yellow. So I'm getting a bit of red
And I'm going to mix up a more of an orangey yellow for the sunflower leaf colour, petal colour even. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's the perfect yellow. That's lovely. That's lovely. I really like that. Sometimes when you get a colour just absolutely right. Well, it looks right to my eyes anyway. It just, oh, it really lifts the whole thing. It's lovely. Whilst I've got that colour, I'm actually just going to go and get the other one. Um, so I'm working on this one as well. I always work on multiple pieces at once. I've learned my lesson now that as a commercially based artist now, where I'm actually making a lot more artwork to sell, um, I'm finding that it's much better to start a piece, but actually work on multiple pieces in a similar theme at the same stage. So my sculptures, for example, I'll always start 4 or 5 of those together because they all come to the same stage together. So I'll work on the sort of the base armature first, and then I'll sculpt over the clay once that armature's dry. And if you only work on one piece at once, in the type of work that I do, I find that I'm forever getting out materials, putting them away, getting out different materials, putting them away. It's not like just painting, although I do just painting. Um, it's more, it's a lot more involved than that. I use a lot of different materials because up to 80% of my artwork is made from reclaimed materials, and so I have to use a lot of different things to bring it together. This one, for example, this is autumn in progress. I've sculpted the face and placed it on the tile, attached acorns that I've collected from one of my wild well-being walks in Market Drayton. Um, the conker is again from a run, but you can see here this tile is a reject because it's got all these scratches on. So I get my materials either for free or at very low prices because they otherwise would go in the bin. Um, and that means that I use a lot. I end up using a lot. Um, oh, and now there's someone with a horn back again. Really sorry about all the noise. The noise today is meant to be a nice, quiet studio day, but never mind. So I'm just making the brown for the sunflower middle. Lovely. That feels cheery already. There we go. So the next stage would be gold leaf, but I'm going to save that for another time. Just wanted to touch base and see how people are, and thank you very much for watching. So I will be back live again very soon. We're a bit more organised next time, hopefully. Anyway, have a lovely Friday.